Ladies and gentlemen, so today we have the X-Shot AEB, also known as the penis pump. Excuse me, the piston pump, ladies and gentlemen. What this is this is the first blaster of its kind. And when I say the first, the Stampede was technically the first AEG Nerf blaster out there that was mass produced. However, the Stampede had problems with it. You know, it had a lot of problems because that was when AEGs were first even thought of to be used as Nerf blasters, okay? So, this year, X-Shot came out with the piston pump here. Some people in the community, they call this blaster the PP, and I can understand that's their thing, you know, it's whatever. But what it is this is an AEG blaster. Now, this blaster shoots at about 160 FPS. This blaster also costs $69 a target, okay? So let's see what your $69 gets you. Get the blaster itself. It comes with a lithium-ion battery, okay? You get 40 of these high-vis pink darts, which I'm going to comment on these now. This is actually a really good idea to keep them high-vis like this, because when you do recovery, it's a lot easier to find this than to find that, okay? Just saying. So you get 40 darts, one standard 15-round magazine, the blaster, a lithium-ion battery, and a B car. Yeah, that's right, a B car. That's pretty impressive too, you know. All for $69, $70. Not bad at all. So, during my testing, I was running a litany of darts over this blaster just to see what it would take, what it wouldn't take. Every dart I fired through it took. It even took saber tournament darts, okay? It took, I tested it with the 1 gram saber tournament darts. I still have a few of those laying around. So I used those. I did not use saber heavies. But I did not check mag compatibility. So, well, I checked some of them. I didn't check them all. So I've got a few mags here that I didn't really check. So let's see what we get, huh? All right, so in order to operate this blaster, it's got a switch here. Once you plug in the lithium-ion battery, which is in stock, it's got a switch here. That is the single fire, and that's the full auto, okay? Now, I'm going to full auto mag dump this one. This mag it came with. These are ZWQ darts. I have a mixture of darts loaded in. But yeah, every dart I tried, it loved AF Pros for some reason. Don't ask me why. Let's start off. Worker, 15-round Talon magazine. Okay, it took it, fed it. This is the Dart Zone mag. Same one from the Max Striker. Yeah, it took it. Now, here's the proof here. This is a Kodo magazine, okay? This magazine costs like $25, okay? Now, there's not a whole lot of blasters you can use in. And everything in the 3D printing community, yes, you could use this magazine here. These magazines were made for competition by a gentleman named Eli Wu. Now, the Siren Blink didn't take these mags, unfortunately. It would have been nice because it's a 22-round mag. As fast as Blink shoots, it would have been really nice. So, let's see if it feeds it. Took it. It fed it. That's impressive. Now, this is a Siren Blink magazine. It's pretty awesome, actually. And this is the mag it came with. This is a full mag. I'm going to mag dump this. Now, to go to full automatic, all the way down. Now, in AEG, it's basically an auto springer. Now, the thing about AEGs is that they're still in their infancy here, okay? Now, this blaster is very similar to a BK1 or a BK2. I have a BK2. Now, when I compared this to my BK blaster, basically what this is, in my opinion, is a cheaper version of a BK2. With one caveat. It takes talents. The BK2 and the BK1 did not take talents. You could mod it to take talents, but it did not out of the box. So, This blaster, in my opinion, is slightly better than a BK2. The reason being is just because of mag compatibility. However, it shoots about the same as a BK1 or BK2 at about 160 FPS. Now, this blaster is moddable. I will tell you that. Now, to talk about the modding on this thing, you can hot swap your barrels. This is a ZWQ barrel I plan on using. It's a pretty tight inner diameter barrel. It should give me a nice pop. Now, when it comes down to springs, here's my beef, okay? This is a Worker 1.8 Swift spring. I'm 99% sure this blaster will take it. The reason being is I took out the spring and looked already. It looks like the exact same one. So I'm going to cut it to length and see what I get. Now, you can buy these springs if you're in the United States. They're already cut from out of darts. The problem with this is I was looking to buy the spring. Okay, the spring is $8 at out of darts. So any reasonable person with reasonable shipping would charge $6 or $7 to ship a spring, a single spring, right? Luke and his people there want to charge me $12 for a spring. And that's just in shipping. $12 shipping for an $8 spring. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, yeah, tariffs and all that. Tariffs will only affect the item itself. It will never affect domestic shipping. Okay, so that's why I'm going to cut my own spring, save myself the $8 plus the $12 shipping, and do it myself. So I'll let you know when I get done modding this blaster. By the way, if you want to cut the spring, the proper length is 160 millimeters. Just saying. So with all that being said, I believe this blaster to be a really good blaster. The only problems that I have seen that were glowing problems was this right here. The buffer tube always wants to come loose and twist. While I was testing it, the buffer tube would twist. Now, I've got this thing tightened down as tight as I can get it. And I'm not a little girly man here, okay? So, but even after a while, it started to vibrate loose just because it's an AEG, I'm guessing. Now, I know there are mods for this thing out here for this particular thing. Like I saw one from Xbox games, so I might actually pick it up. You know, it gives it a nice thumb hole stock to it. Now, Norman and the Big Blaster Consortium, they have a barrel shroud kit for this thing coming as well. I've already ordered one of those barrel shrouds as well. So I'll let you know when that shows up. But yeah, this is a fabulous little blaster. It definitely is worth $69. It's worth $70. Now, do you want to buy this blaster? That's the question. Here's my thoughts. If you own a BK1 or a BK2, you really have no need for this blaster. Unless you just want another AEG to fool around with. Okay? Now, if you don't own an AEG and you're thinking about getting one and you don't want to go out and buy a Sweetheart Storm, which is like $500, or an inverted scales or a BK2, which is anywhere between $250 to $150 here, just depending on what model you want, you know, then definitely pick this one up because it's priced right at $69. That's it, you know. I mean, I really think this is a great blaster for the price of $69. The other problem that I found with it, though, was this charging handle here. The charging handle on this just felt very flimsy to me. You know, but then, again, I guess that's a personal issue or whatever. So maybe somebody will be nice enough to make me a nice metal charging handle for this thing. And I'm definitely going to pick up that stock attachment point in the barrel shroud. I'm going to try to get this blaster to go over 200 because at 160 FPS, this blaster sits in a weird category, okay? It's too spicy for 150 play, but it's too slow for 200 play. So it's kind of like a in-between category. So I'm going to try to get it to get as close to 200 as possible. I think with a spring upgrade and a barrel upgrade, I might get it. It is what it is. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put a buy link in the description below for the X-Shot AEB piston pump. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And until next time, this is Milers Mods signing off.